right, so we can get this thing started. Alrighty. Let me do this. There we go. Alrighty, folks. Seminole Wednesday. Miami versus Florida State week. Florida State Wednesday, of course. We're going to talk some Florida State versus Miami this week. I got special guests with me. Y'all should already know who he is. 863 Seminole TV in the building, representing them Noles this week, and well, every week. Oh man, hell of a week coming up. Let me get this caption off the screen real quick. All right. So obviously, guys, do me a huge favor. As you guys come on in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. As you guys know, we do segments Miami Monday, Seminole Wednesday, Gator Friday. Basically switch the channel to Big 3 T2I. I'm trying to cover all three teams, Miami news, and of course I try to bag on the other two teams a little bit and throw a little bit of information in there somewhere. But anyways, man, big week. Florida State comes into this thing. They're 9-0, 7-0 in conference. They already booked it for the ACC championship. Miami's coming into rebuild, 6-3, 2-3 in conference. That's tough, but nonetheless, huge improvement. 5-7 last year, getting blowed out by everybody. Now this year, we're scraping out some wins, but nonetheless, we're getting it. I think this year though, our defense seemed to be more of a strong side, and the last 5 games has taught us something. That quarterback room is in panic. That's tough. So
y'all still rebuilding, right?
Yeah, it's still a rebuild.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Still a rebuild.
But anyways, guys, like I said, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. Also, the chat is integrated, so if you're watching from 863 Seminole TV and you're watching from my channel, whatever comments you put, we'll be able to see both of them in the comment section. So, Florida State versus Miami. Man. Hell of a week. Now, I've been getting my little tweets on. I've been putting out my little edits.
How do you really feel? How do you really feel?
Oh, well, before we get into that, shout out to AI, man. AI has literally made it easy for me not to sit here and spend, 30 minutes making an edit. They actually do it for me now. So some of them a little ridiculous, some of them a little bit funny, some of them kind of cringe, but nonetheless. How do I feel this week? I got a lot of question marks in my head. Obviously, the quarterback position. Tyler Van Dyke. Will he come out and be the turnover machine that he has been for the last 5 games? Will he come out and, manage the game, not throw
But you
too
already
much?
know the answer to that.
I don't think they're going to play it. I'll say this. If Tyler Van Dyke goes out there, I think after the first pick, we're all going to be scratching our heads. Now, as fans, we're going to say pull him. But I think that coaching staff, as stubborn as they are, they're going to give him another chance. Hopefully, if he does go out there and become the turnover machine that he has been for the past 5 games, hopefully it starts early in the game and not later on. That way, at least we could get Jakari Brown or Emery warmed up and early in the game, not later on in the game, come in kind of, rusty. So that's kind of how I feel about that. I mean, defensive-wise, I'm confident.
So hold on. You want to start him?
I don't want to start him, but I know this coaching staff will. So you want to go with Emery? I know the coaching staff will.
But you want to go with Emery? If you were coaching the Canes for a day, Emery Williams would be the starting quarterback in Tallahassee in his second start.
Yes, I would throw him out there. I would give him the best game of his life. This is going to be the biggest game of the year. Depending on how this game go and how the Louisville go next is a big matchup also with Louisville. So obviously we got the 2 top ACC teams as of right now, back-to-back weeks. So if he goes out there, I'll say if Emery goes out there, or even Jakari Brown, if either one of them go out there and they pick up a little experience for the next 2 games, and then afterwards we got Boston College. Not trying to sleep on them, but it's Boston College.
They got a better ACC record than y'all, so you might want to.
I think we got the same record.
No.
Super chat from Mark. He says T2 after the loss clearly stated they're gonna get whooped. I'm emotional. I get emotional, especially after quarterback keep throwing picks and nobody's pulling them. Everybody giving him all the chance in the world when we see other players mess up and then they get pulled, So I'm kind of like, why is Tyler Van Dyke not getting pulled? That's where I'm at. But it is what it is. If this coaching staff want to let Tyler Van Dyke basically, run the ship into the ground, then that's on them. That's on them. But quarterback wise, I feel good. I feel good, man. If Emory plays, I feel good. If Emory plays, I feel good. He beat Clemson.
Everybody's beat Clemson.
I think you guys.
Everybody's beat Clemson.
But I think you guys are kind of like similar to Clemson, in my opinion.
Hell no. They have
defensive wise. Defensive wise, y'all are similar. I think Clemson defense might be a little bit better than y'all, to be honest.
I think so.
And that's 100. Offensive wise, though, you guys are definitely way better than them. So we definitely got to limit y'all weapons. I'm not the one to say that Keon Coleman is not an elite wide receiver. I don't feel that way. But some of my peers have said that, and
your peers
is what it
your
is.
Your peers are nuts.
But I do believe that if Miami's gonna have a chance, they gotta shut down Keon Coleman. James Williams and Cam Kitchens are gonna be heavily dependent upon to stop those guys. Whether it's like after they catch, make sure the tackle go down, because we know those guys can create plays, can get a lot of yak after the catch. So we got to limit those two.
You're
Johnny
Miami.
Wilson, though. Johnny Wilson, let me ask you guys this. How healthy is he? Is he 100% for this game, or is it a day-to-day thing?
He's going to play. I'm pretty positive he will play.
So how confident are you guys in him?
Florida State fans are good. I'm pretty sure he plays. It's the Miami YouTubers that say he only good because he can get open, which is a wild. I don't know what that means.
I want to tackle that.
Johnny's only good because he can get open.
When I heard that, I almost died laughing. I'm like, you said this man is good because he get open. What else do you want?
That's part of his job, apparently.
What else do you want? I'm like, come on, man. At this point, that just sounds like hate. It is what it is.
That's what y'all do.
It is what it
y'all
is.
Hate him.
Because if you tell me, hey, this guy's only good because he get open, then I'll take 10 of him. Let me get 10 of him. That's crazy. I died laughing. I saw I don't know who originally posted it, but I saw Silk, the Gator fan. He posted it, and I was dying, bro. I was like, they just give anybody a mic. They just gave anybody a mic. Ain't no way in hell you say a wide receiver is good because he get open. Ain't that what he's supposed to do?
Johnny gonna play. I think he's been under concussion protocol, even though they won't announce that. Staff won't say that.
When did this happen?
I even heard he has I actually heard he has a new helmet, so that's how I know he's been under concussion protocol.
What
game was that? I'm trying to remember what game. That was the game that he had 2 touchdowns in the first half. Was that Syracuse? It might have been a Syracuse game.
That got to be Syracuse, because
that was Syracuse game.
Definitely wasn't Pitt. Who else? Virginia Tech. No, Virginia Tech was
it, or it could have been Virginia Tech. It could have been one of those games. I don't remember the exact game. I just know he had 2 touchdowns in the first half and didn't play the rest of the game because of that. So Virginia Tech. Damian said Virginia Tech. So
let's go through some quarterbacks. Obviously, in this matchup, you guys got the more veteran president and quarterback. Jordan Travis came a long way.
Man, Tate Rodemaker would start for y'all.
Nah.
Yes, he would, and he would.
You don't have the experience. Tatum Rodemaker is just as playing Williams or playing Brown.
You're crazy.
Because he doesn't have enough snaps under his belt to do so. Because y'all only blown out like two teams where he got in and got some significant snaps.
Rodemaker came Rodemaker has way more tape. First of all, maybe not Jacory. Jacory has more starts than Rodemaker, but Rodemaker came back and beat a Louisville team. And they didn't do it just running the ball. They let him air the ball out, and we beat Louisville. That was last year.
Last time I seen Rodemaker, he was getting sacked by Ragon.
Last time you seen Rodemaker, he was beating Louisville.
That's the last time I seen him. He was getting sacked by Ragon.
Man, that's 4 years ago.
Man. That was y'all drive to cut it to what, 17 instead of 10? That's tough.
Rodemaker.
I don't know. I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust Rodemaker
would start for y'all right now, bro. Y'all got.
I think he'd be just the same as having either Brown or Williams.
There's a reason y'all redshirting Jacory Brown, because he ain't ready.
Well, the red shirt is off now. 3 more games in the bowl game. He's 100% eligible to play now.
You think You think y'all gonna give him some packages?
I definitely think they need to have packages with him. I don't think you guys are ready to play like 2 different sets of quarterbacks defensively.
You know, there's an age-old saying in football: if you got 2, you got none. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think,
and in y'all's case, if you got 3, you damn.
At the end of the day, I just see it going just like this. Tyler Van Dyke gonna trot out there and gonna start. I don't see nothing changing in that.
I expect them to
I see the fans, everybody got their this'll happen, that'll happen kind of deal, but I definitely think it'll be Tyler Van Dyke going out there. Now, if he don't turn the ball over, I can see him playing the entire game. If he's not throwing short passes on screens and stuff, because we've been seeing that too, it's like his whole confidence is gone. So if Tyler Van Dyke could go out there and play with a little bit of confidence, go back to his bread and butter, throw it to Xavier Restrepo, throw it to him. I mean, it was working before. Everybody
3 weeks ago, y'all hated
it. At the end of the day, people like to try to fix what's not broken. When he was throwing the Restrepo, everybody's complaining, but now he's trying to throw the ball around and he's throwing picks. It's a worse situation. Go back to your bread and butter. I think for the sake of Tyler Van Dyke, too. I think I'm going to say this, too. Mario Cristobal got to cut it out. He got to cut it out. At some point, he's going to have to pull a Dabo and just throw Tyler under the bus. He's going to have to pull a Dabo. Listen, man, I told Klubnik to run this play. He chose to do that. We lost. That's it. It was his fault. I think at this point, he's going to have to say, hey, listen, we run the play this way. Ain't nobody told Tyler Van Dyke to throw it in the triple coverage. Ain't nobody told him to airmail it to any receivers. To DBs, I'm sorry.
If he already struggling with his confidence, that's what you're going to do to him in public?
I don't think he'll be back next year. I don't think he should have been here this year, to be honest with you, because he actually strong-armed us out of NIL to actually stay because he was flirting with Alabama. So at the end of the day, I kind of regret seeing how he playing now after those first 4 games. I kind of regret him coming back, to be honest.
But your first 4 games was Miami, Ohio, Bethune-Cookman,
Texas A&M.
Y'all keep talking about an A&M game. Them boys,
like a long time ago.
Them boys, what is A&M now? A&M might not make a bowl game this year.
And that's the point. That's the part that's very challenging. We saw him play against Texas A&M. I think Georgia Tech is not Texas A&M caliber, even though Texas A&M look like shit right now. Georgia Tech is not that caliber. Virginia is not that caliber. I don't see why we're struggling with teams like NC State and all of that. So it's puzzling. It's puzzling. Hold on, let me get to the super chats while we running, because some of them are gonna disappear the longer we go. T2 after loss. Oh yeah, we read that one. Where's the other one? See, they starting to get deep. All right, Mark with the super chat, $2 super chat. Mario is Miami downfall. Great recruiter, bad coach. I don't think the verdict's out on him on coaching yet, but he has done.
He's been coaching for what are you talking about? Mario's not a brand new coach. He's been coaching. How long Mario been coach? 10 years?
I'm saying the coaching, him coaching at Miami, the verdict's not out yet. Obviously, the Georgia Tech situation. Okay, take a knee, you win the game. He full blame on that. But we could go deeper into that game and say if Tyler Van Dyke don't turn the ball over, and we could pass out some blames. But nonetheless, as the coach, you're supposed to know in that situation, take a knee, take the victory, move on. Get into the week and scratch your wounds or whatever you want to do. But nonetheless, he didn't take a knee, so that's on him. Worldwide, they was talking about it, so he couldn't escape that. As far as the rest of the way, I don't see Mario making a lot of mistakes other than that one. Really, I mean, we could point out some of the timeouts that he calls on.
I mean, that's all a part of game. That's all a part of game management, though.
Yeah, so I mean, he does have some things that he could work on, but I wouldn't necessarily say that he's a bad coach. Great recruiter, definitely, ain't no argument there. Obviously, the Florida State Miami game, there's going to be tons of recruit there, whether they're going to Miami or they're going to Florida State, or they're even visiting from other schools that they're committed to. I actually got a list of them off of Florida State site because this is home game for you guys, so the recruits have to check in with you guys to get that free seat or whatever. So all of them being checked in. I'll pull that up in a sec. Let's get to this super chat. Super chat for 10 bucks. What up, Pope? Orlando on the check-in. Shout out to T2Y in here telling lies about Miami.
Always.
Well, I ain't telling no lies yet. I might tell you later on though. Oh man. All right, so I think we're all caught up with the super chats. So let me pop this on the screen real quick because obviously recruiting is going to turn up for this game. I think for you guys in Florida game, that one should be pretty heavy too. Should be a lot of recruits visiting that one. Florida right now, they're in an even worse blunder than Miami.
I don't think Florida wins another game.
I don't see it either, but stuff happens every now and then. All right, so list here. You got I think mostly all of your commits will be there, but you do have a few that's either not committed or even in the 2025 class, 26 class. This is going to be a recruiting star-studded event. So you got quarterbacks, you got all your recruits coming on. Even the UCF commits. He's a 25 guy. He's going to be there. Texas A&M commit 5-star wide receiver Cameron Coleman. That's one to pay attention to. I think you guys are pretty heavy in his recruitment. Obviously, the one that everybody and their mom's been talking about, Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State's commit. Miami and Florida State, Florida Gators, all of them been going after him heavily, trying to flip him. So it'll be interesting. To be honest with you, Ohio State is playing right now. I doubt any of us flip him, but it should be interesting. Most of those of you guys commits. This guy, French, Alabama commit. He's a receiver for 25. I think you guys are going after him pretty heavily too.
Yeah. And
a whole bunch of 25 guys that's uncommitted, haven't committed yet. You got a 26 receiver, Devin Carter. He's an old commit. Tight end, Lyndon Thomas. Did they drop his ratings? Because I thought he was a 5-star.
As soon as he committed us, they started dropping him. he was the number 1 tight end. Now he like the number 5 tight end.
Yeah, he was number 1 when he was committed to Georgia. Obviously,
right.
You got another Georgia guy visiting too. He's a 5-star. Pretty sure if he flips to you, he'll switch to a 4-star.
He'll drop too.
All right, so you got this guy, USC guy. I know you guys are pretty big on him, and I'm thinking that you guys are going to go all the way to National Signing Day trying to flip him. But Jason Zandamela,
yeah,
that how you say his name, but he should be there. Who else in the 2024 class? A lot of 25 guys going to be there though. And most of these guys are committed already. DB Kai Bites. Haven't heard of him, but he's a 4-star guy that's committed to LSU. He'll be at the game. Wisconsin's commit Xavier Lucas. He'll be there too. I know Miami's going after him He's a 3-star DB. Not quite sure where you guys sit in his recruitment. Let me pause.
I'm not
this,
sure.
Josh.
I know we should have a big we should get a big commit this weekend from Jamari Howard. So
Booker,
our DB class is fairly loaded.
5-star DB, DJ Pickett, he'll be there. I think he's a Miami lean, but it's way too early to think on these guys. Fegans, Miami's going after him heavily also. Like I said, a lot of guys gonna be there. It's gonna be epic. And the list is still not done yet because they haven't added like half of the Miami recruits that's gonna get there. I think they'll start checking in more towards Friday. You'll get like a complete list, but it probably will be like over 200 recruits in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, both teams got to perform. Now, Florida State is the favorite in this one. You guys are like 14 and a half, 3:30 game. Yeah, you guys are favorite. I think the over and under is sitting at 50 and a half. So huge event, a lot of recruits. I think when you look at the state of Florida right now, this season, Florida, Miami, and Florida State has turned up. Mostly Florida was the most surprising one because they jumped out early, and they actually been keeping those guys committed, even though their season is going terrible. But recruiting is a marathon. I think there's two guys that I want to keep an eye on. It's Xavier Mincy. He's not committed to nobody yet. Definitely Florida State, and the Gators are in there. I think the Gators actually are
I don't
less.
think Florida State's not getting him. So I'm just tell you right now.
He might be a Miami guy then, because I know from what I've been hearing that Corey Raymond don't want him. So he might be a Miami.
Why would Raymond not want him? That's interesting.
That's what I've been hearing from the Florida fan base. So take it with a grain of salt. All right, let me switch on over to ESPN real quick. So, how you feeling about the game? I'm pretty sure you should be confident.
Look, as long as TVD, it doesn't matter who you put out there quarterback. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not. Y'all can't score enough points to win this game.
You don't think so?
No.
I'm not heavily relying on our offense. I'm more so relying on the defense. If we could keep the game close and not let you guys score a bunch of points and get a bunch of big plays, I think we could keep it close to where we actually have a chance.
The only way you keep it close is if we turn the ball over 4 or 5 times. It's the only way.
All right, so I don't know what happened over the past day, but for some reason, Miami got a 0.1% up because it was at 14.9, now it's at 15. So I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But they're giving you guys an 85% chance to win. Obviously, if you look at the comparison between quarterbacks, there is really no comparison. Jordan Travis is far ahead of TVD in all the metrics. Running back wise, Miami, I wouldn't necessarily compare one guy to Trey Benson. I would say compare about 3-4 guys because Miami's been in and out with the running backs. They've been switching them back and forth. One game you'll see Henry Parrish. The next game you'll see A.J. Allen. You'll see Don Chaney. And recently Mark Fletcher has came back, healthy. So numbers-wise, though, Henry is leading with 77 carries for 465 yards and 4 touchdowns. Trey Benson, he's like three carries shy from 100, 641 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, interesting fact that I heard about Trey Benson is I think they clocked him at 21 miles per hour like twice this season or something like that.
His fastest is 22.
Okay.
That's against Virginia Tech.
So obviously, they're saying that he's possibly one of the fastest guy in the college football right now, based on the clocking. Hold on 1 second.
I got you. Well, Tito, I think he No, got to handle business out there.
I got to yell at my kids real quick. Making all that noise. But yeah, Xavier Restrepo still leads the team, 60 receptions, 683 yards, 4 touchdowns. On your end, you got Keon Coleman, 38 receptions, 538 yards, and 9 touchdowns. So it's obviously, if Miami could, limit Keon Coleman and stop the tight ends.
Well, Damien asked a good question. Don't y'all got some injured DBs? Like your corners. Ain't your corners hurt?
I think only one is Daryl Porter.
Is he playing?
I think he hurt his ankle. Mario is very secretive when it comes to injuries. So right now we haven't really gotten any reports on him, but I would rule him out. Seemed like that injury was significant, and it's an ankle injury too. So I would rule him out for this game. I don't think they would want to risk putting him out there, to get burnt.
So you don't have your starting corner.
Yeah, but
who's your other corner?
The backups aren't that far off.
Who's your backups? The Brown brothers?
Yeah, I would lean more towards Devontae Brown, but I actually like the younger brother better. I think he got more potential. I think he's more aware. But
So you think they can cover Keon? Think they can cover Johnny?
I don't think they're gonna put them. I don't think they're gonna put them out there covering them by themselves. I think those guys are going to get double. They're going to get double. I think we're going to force you guys to run the ball because our run defense is a lot better than our pass.
See, here's the problem, right? Here's what y'all do. Miami blitzes a lot, from what I've watched anyway. Y'all like the blitz.
I don't think they're going to do that this game.
So you telling me y'all going to sit back?
I think they're going to rely on the front four, which I think Bain's going to give you guys problems. More than likely, you'll double them. Because that's what other teams has been doing to basically stop him from getting in the backfield. So I do believe y'all will double him.
You don't think y'all gonna blitz?
I don't think we're gonna blitz on y'all. I think we're gonna see Jordan Travis.
Y'all gonna
can kill you with his legs. So we definitely don't want to blitz because he definitely can extend plays.
So what you're saying is y'all gonna go man across the board, 2 safeties over top.
Yeah, I think that's the best because, like I said, if you blitz and you leave it up to Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson to catch a pass, we're gonna need as many defenders to take them down.
Okay. I'm interested in that game plan.
I just don't want to
Miami has blitzed all year, and all of a sudden you're telling me they're going to go away from the defense that's really made them successful. It'll be interesting to see.
You also got to look at it. They haven't had 2 receivers the caliber of Wilson and Keon Coleman. We've watched these guys destroy defenses, especially in the second half.
Well, y'all blitz North Carolina, and that boy Tez Walker ate y'all up. So
exactly. So
I'm just interested to see how y'all play.
I think this week that defensive front four is going to have to play the game of their life. We're going to need Leonard Taylor to step it up a lot. We're going to need him not to take plays off. Because Ruben Bain will be doubled. I think he will be doubled. The only player that I'm really missing right now, especially for this game, is Mesidor. If Mesidor was playing, I would feel way more confident too on that defensive line. But I do believe Leonard Taylor and Ruben Bain can make plays.
How do y'all do against guarding tight ends?
The tight ends haven't really beat us all year. It's only one that we had issues with, and that was on Clemson. Other than that, tight ends haven't really done much. I do know that Marlock for you guys and Jaheim Bell, those are 2 monsters.
We got 3. We got 3.
I don't really care about it. What's the other guy? Douglas?
Yeah, he got multiple touchdowns this year. So
I don't really care about that guy.
Okay.
He's a worst case. Worst case scenario is Morlock and
So what this? I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, right? This is what you're gonna see. This is what I think you're gonna see. Y'all talking about Ruben Bain. You're gonna see Florida State use Marcus and Douglas, the chip block Bain. Y'all not gonna be paying attention to him. He gonna sneak out for a pass. That's how they're gonna use a 285-pound tight end. That's how they've been using them. So my problem with Miami is I don't see how y'all stop the offense.
Listen,
I'm not saying the defense is. I'm not.
We got one of the best defense in the country, so I think we'll be fine.
I don't know if you have one of the best defense in the country, but I'm not saying your defense is bad.
Definitely the best defense in the ACC.
But the problem with what I think you're going to see is your defense get wore down. I think the first half would be close. I'll say it now. I think the first half of this game would be close. I think the first half of this game would be close.
If we go out there, let's just say this. If the offense is not clicking, Tyler Van Dyke turning the ball over, we going 3 and outs, that defense definitely will get worn out, will be fatigued, and you guys will probably run away with it in the second half. I can see that happening because I've seen it happen all year. Teams that we're supposed to beat, they stayed in the game, and fourth quarter, third, whatever, they start picking it up because the defense is tired. Plays that normally didn't work earlier, it start working because these guys are fatigued. They can't chase down guys anymore because they're tired.
And that's my point. Because
Ruben
Bain's a good player, right? But what happens when he has to go to the bench?
He'll be. That's what I'm telling you.
Leonard Taylor is good. Leonard Taylor's a good player at times. What happens when he got to get a break?
That's what I'm saying. We gotta make sure that our offense can drive the ball, can keep the time of possession kind of balanced. Because if we're going 3 and outs, that's exactly what's going to happen. What you just said. Ruben May going to be tired. Leonard Taylor going to be tired, and the rest of the defense line is just going poof.
And FSU
because some of our key guys on the defensive lines aren't playing. Keem Mesidor not playing. I don't even think Denson. I don't even think Dean is playing. So it's going to be a tough matchup.
And then
if we don't get anything going on the offense.
There's too many weapons to hold in check for 4 quarters. That's just how I feel.
And not to mention, see, the thing is, the first half of the game, I won't worry about Benson. I won't worry about him because we're pretty good with the run defense. We can contain running backs. The second half, though, if our offense is not clicking, I can see Benson running wild on us. I can see Toafili getting those counters, getting those wheel routes. I can see those things starting to work when that defense if that offense isn't clicking and that defense get tired. That's our problem. See, I'm glad that Lance, our defensive coordinator, he addressed it because he knows you guys are going to run them counters.
Well, that's what we did to you last year.
Exactly.
Y'all couldn't.
But he's already prepared for it. And he said you guys got multiple variants of it. It's not just 1 or 2 ways you run it. You got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 ways you can run it.
Well, it's the same play, just out of like 8 different formations.
On the left, you can run on the right.
It's out of 8 different formations. So
exactly. So at any given point, you got to be prepared for it. So if that defense gets tired, those players can start eating us up.
I mean, but that's what happened. That's what happened to NC. But that's my point. You go watch NC State. Defense played great. But the NC State went on a 97-yard drive? Why? Because the defense is gas. NC State don't have a great offense. But the defense is gas.
If we can run the ball, which you guys have shown this year that teams can run the ball on you. If we can run the ball effectively, because we do run the ball effectively, we can extend plays, we can extend drives, and we could, as long as our defense is clicking, this will be a slugfest. Now, if nothing's working, let's just say you guys are stuffing the run, you guys are getting those tackle for losses and everything like that, and the plays just ain't working, this could get ugly. Because I don't believe they're going to rely on Tyler Van Dyke to throw the ball to win the game. They're not going to rely on a freshman or even Jakari Brown to do so. I think if you see Jakari Brown throughout the game, it's going to be packages for him to run the ball because we seen a lot of that last season with him. So if we got to rely on Tyler to throw the ball, we might be in trouble. That run game has to be established.
Yeah, I think the problem with a lot of people, I see a lot of people in chat saying FSU struggles against the run. The problem is FSU struggles against the running quarterback.
And
that's not TBD is.
And that's what Jakari Brown will provide. I do believe, like I said, if
the problem
goes out there first and he's struggling, I do believe Jakari Brown will be in that game.
I'll be interested to see if y'all play him or not. So this notion that FSU struggles with the run is a little bit skewed because FSU just struggles with the running quarterback. If you're just going to try to line it up and run it, good luck.
This week it's going to be a lot different. I think the whole playing Tyler the whole game, watching him go out there and make all the mistakes in the world, I think that's out the window. Hold on, let me pop this back on the screen. If you look at Tyler's numbers since the first 4 games, it's been horrible. My guy has thrown 11 interceptions on the season to 16 touchdowns. That's absolutely horrendous. I remember at one point, him and Jordan Travis had the same amount of interceptions. Tyler numbers was actually a notch higher than him, and I was on here talking about he's a better quarterback than Jordan. Boy, has that ship sailed. But, man, if Tyler could limit the turnovers, protect the ball, make better decisions, and don't stare down receivers, we might have a game.
There's one thing that I'd say will play to y'all's advantage. FSU does not play a lot of zone. Tyler struggles with zone. But FSU don't play a lot of zone. We man up across. Sometimes I don't agree with it, but we like to play man. Maybe that helps Tyler right. Maybe it helps TVD out because FSU don't play a lot of zone coverage. So maybe that helps y'all out.
I think in this game, you guys might actually do run a lot of zones because y'all know that's his weakness.
Well, I don't want to do things. I don't want us to start doing things that we don't do well. I hear a lot of people say. I hear a lot of people be like, "Oh, FSU should play a lot of zone." Well, we don't run zone, so I don't want us to start running zone.
Man with Tyler,
I don't want
he's going to look like a Heisman candidate against y'all.
He's definitely not going to look like a Heisman candidate against nobody.
He would definitely, because teams that run zone, this man do not know how to read the zones. So if Norvell and your defensive coordinator game plan does not include running a lot of zones, y'all might have some problems.
No, we ain't gonna have no problems.
Trust me, y'all might have some problems. The man, it's out there. Video, there's tape on him for the last 5 weeks. He can't read zone. So why would you run man?
Yeah, I mean,
that's just giving our receivers a 50-50 chance now.
Well,
if you run zone, you're giving your guys a 75-25 chance against Tyler.
You play to your strengths, is all I'm saying. You play to your strengths.
FSU zone would be a strength.
Not if you don't. Not if you don't do it.
It might be a weakness to you before, but when you got a guy that can't read zone, I'm pretty sure you guys are running a lot of zones in practice right now.
We'll see what they do. But
why not go into the game with an advantage?
FSU doesn't really run it. I'm not saying they don't run it at all. They'll mix up some stuff.
All right, we'll see what they do. You come out the first half and you run a lot of man. I guarantee you when you come out that second half, those adjustments will be made. There's going to be a lot of zone after that. But I think, like I said, for us, we got to run the ball. We got to be able to establish the run early, and we just got to continue to do so. We got to extend drives. Our time of possession got to outlast y'all. If it's 60 minutes in the game, we got to have at least 40 on the time.
That's insane and not going to happen. But I understand why you say that. I understand why you say that.
In order for Miami to win this game and not rely on the quarterback throwing, we got to run that thing. And that's I feel confident running it because y'all defense haven't showed that you're strong, stopping the run.
Well, you got to check numbers, but what I'll say is, here's the problem with y'all running it. You ran the ball well last week, and you scored 6 points. You know why?
Hold on, time out. How is my feelings hurt, Slim? What is Slim talking about? He said, "Don't listen to him. His feelings hurt."
I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
But y'all don't have a home run hitter at running back. So your running game can be as effective as it wants. It's not getting y'all any points. So guess what?
I'm saying, when you look at Mark Fletcher's runs,
you eat up all that clock, and then when you get in the red zone, guess what happens? The field gets smaller, the defense gets tighter, and now you have to make throws to score points. And what's going to happen then?
We might be settling for a lot of field goals.
Field goals and turnovers. That's what I'm saying.
I think we'll settle more for field goals than passing the ball.
But field goals not going to beat a team that's in the top 10 in offense.
But like I said, if we can run the ball, extend those drives, because Mark Fletcher's been picking up almost damn near 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, good running back, but what I'm saying is he's not changing the scoreboard.
No, what I'm saying is if we could get in the red zone, let's just say we get in the red zone, but we don't actually score touchdowns. We get them field goals. We got a good field goal kicker. We can rely on them.
Yeah, I know y'all do.
So if we can eat up a lot of clock, get those field goals or whatever, limit the time that our defense is actually on the field, because we're not going 3 and outs, we're running the ball. I think we have a chance in this. We just got to limit the explosive plays, because I think you guys are one of the leaders in college football in explosive plays.
I mean,
I think that's dating back to even last season.
We're top 10, I think, in almost every passing category in the
exactly.
country.
So in order for us to stop y'all, we're gonna have to extend our drives. We're gonna have to keep your offense off the field as long as we can.
I'm trying to, again, unless FSU's turning the ball over 4 or 5 times. Field goal's not going to win y'all the game. Y'all got to get the ball in the end zone.
It's going to keep it close enough. I think it'll keep it close enough to where we're in it.
In the first half.
Now, if you guys want to stay away from the zone, we'll take some shots.
Oh, yeah, I know y'all will.
We'll take some shots. I know Cody Young could go get it. I know Jacoby George, he can run wild. Restrepo, he'll catch hard catches across the middle.
FSU got one of the better secondaries, man, in the country.
And so do Miami. We actually got probably the top 10 safeties in the country.
No, I'm talking about secondaries as a whole.
I just say this about our secondary. If James Williams comes into this game and play with a level head and not be obnoxious, this is going to be a game for us.
James Williams. I've liked James Williams a long time. I'm almost done with the James Williams talk at this point.
And let's not forget,
he still Davis. James still plays like he's in high school at times.
And we've seen flashes from Davis when Cam Kitchens was out, so we know that secondary is legit.
Legit. I don't know how legit it is. I'm just being honest with you.
I'm about to find out at 3:30.
Yeah, I want to find out.
Ruben Bain is in that backfield, and we're forcing Travis to make decisions that he hasn't made all year. I'll say this about Travis. He's not the type to cause turnovers, and I don't think he's going to start doing it in this game. If Jordan has turnovers in the game, it'll probably be just one. I wouldn't see him going over one.
Right.
Maybe an interception, but I don't see him fumbling the ball. He's very secure with the ball, so I definitely see maybe an interception, whether it's Cam Kitchen, James Williams, or one of the corners. And that's basically because he had a throw he was throwing on the run, which he's pretty good at doing that. From what I've seen this season,
I'm interested to see if Travis runs the ball more than he usually runs. Because the only advantage I'll give y'all is our O-line is Up and down. It's good one time at one time, and it can look not so good like it did against
That's
Pitt.
why I feel confident that
you know what I'm saying?
Bain and Leonard Taylor could cause some, pressure back.
Yeah, sure they can. The question is, can you catch Jordan? If Jordan Travis chooses to run the ball, now that's a whole nother dimension to the offense that I don't even know. Are y'all prepared for that?
I think the linebackers that would definitely try to keep him contained is the Mighty Gore brother, because he's been lights out, especially in those scenarios. When the quarterbacks take off, he's made plays. He's made a lot of plays this year. I think
Mighty Gore's been y'all best linebacker.
Exactly. I'd agree with you 100% on that. Now, if Corey Flag is out there and your quarterback's running to his side, and it might be a different story. You might get, those 3rd and 3 that turn into a 15-yard game and stuff like that. But as far as containing running quarterbacks, we've done pretty well on that. Those linebackers.
What running quarterbacks have y'all played?
I think only one of them has really taken off, and that was Drake May. Drake May ran.
Drake May's not considered a running quarterback,
but he was running that game. What's his name? Also, Haynes King from Georgia Tech. He ran a lot too. He actually kept them in the game.
Haynes King can run a little bit. I mean,
I think if we have the Mighty Gore brother and Wesley Bassett, we'll be good.
You think that's the line? You think that's going to keep Jordan Travis in check?
That'll
okay. So think about this. So not only do you got to keep Keon and Johnny in check, now you got to put somebody on one of the tight ends. I'm assuming that's James or Cam. I don't know, whoever safety I want to put on.
I would put James.
Okay,
he'll be a lot more physical. As a taller guy.
So those defenders are already locked up.
Right.
You ain't even mentioned the running backs yet, because what we're not talking about is FSU like to throw to the running backs out the backfield as well. So That's another linebacker that's matched up on that. And now finally Jordan Travis starts actually using his legs. You see where this gets a little iffy for Miami, is all I'm saying?
Yeah, you guys got multiple ways of, moving the ball.
Okay.
But I think our defense will definitely cause enough pressure to where you don't get all those options. I think that front four is going to cause a lot of problems where some of those decisions aren't going to be able to be made in, that split second.
I think y'all are putting a lot of pressure on this freshman defensive end. And I'm not saying the kid's not good.
I'm not just saying him. I'm talking about from even Jade Harrison Hunt. Those guys have been making plays on that line all year.
Okay.
So, I mean,
who's the best?
That defense has been keeping us in games all year. When it comes to our offense going 3 and outs, our quarterback throwing picks, fumbling the ball, giving up the ball, throwing picks in the red zone, basically, that defense has kept us alive. Obviously, if you keep going 3 and outs and you keep turning the ball over, obviously they get worn out. So that's why I'm saying we got to limit the mistakes on offense. If Miami don't turn the ball over, Miami got a fighting chance. But
honestly, man, my problem with Miami is y'all haven't played a team that I can really gauge y'all. I'm just gonna be honest.
I think the best gauge
your biggest wins are against 2 bad football teams in Texas A&M and Clemson.
Clemson's not that bad. They just
come on, bro. Everybody beating Clemson this year.
Well, they should have beat y'all, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, that's because Virginia should have beat y'all.
That's neither here nor there.
Okay, as long as we can.
But at the end of the day, Clemson, I don't think Clemson is as bad as their records say they are. Things haven't been clicking for them in certain situations. How many times have you seen Clemson get in the red zone and fumble the ball away?
But that's my point. That's what bad teams do, though. Bad teams have turnovers at inopportune times. It's not just some fluky stuff. Bad teams turn the ball over. Bad teams don't convert. Bad teams do bad team stuff. Clemson is not a good team.
Bad teams also miss game-winning field goals.
Bad teams miss field goals. Exactly. That's what bad teams do. That's my point.
At the end of the day, I don't see Clemson as being as bad as their record look. I think they're just starting to click. It's just a little too late.
Why? Because they beat Notre Dame?
I mean, that's a key win for them, but
sure, but
I wouldn't necessarily say
too late.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's just them. I mean, they had good game against y'all. They had good game against us. They just couldn't pull it out. They had the game against y'all.
I could say they beat y'all if Shipley don't fumble on the 1 yard line.
I could say they beat y'all if they don't miss the field goal.
But that's what
I
I'm
could
saying.
say they beat y'all if it wasn't for the scoop and score.
We doing all these ifs is my point. Clemson's
that's
bad.
What I'm saying.
They're not a good team.
If we got all these ifs, that means that there was chances in these games for Clemson.
And they didn't capitalize what makes them a bad team.
But I mean, as far as Miami's competition, I think our best competition is these next 2 games.
I'd agree with that.
Because we got y'all, and then Louisville. And what I've noticed with Louisville is every team that you guys played, and they come right behind and play them, they blow them out. They make the way you guys play them look terrible. The Boston College game, y'all beat them by 2. They come and drop 56 on them. Then Duke, you guys, they beat Duke like 23-3 or something like that. So it's like they come behind you guys, and they beat the team that you guys beat, but they beat them worse.
Well, because we broke them already.
So I'm just hoping that if
they also lost to Pitt, and FSU just beat Pitt. So
yeah, but y'all was in a dogfight with Pitt until.
Well, if 24-7's a dogfight, I'll take it.
Yeah, that second half, and let's not mention all them points that was left off the board for Pitt. They could have been easily up on y'all 14-0. So at the end of the day, Pitt beat them, but Louisville has been coming behind y'all and just terrorizing. I wouldn't be surprised if it's you guys versus them in the ACC championship.
No, that's what it's gonna be.
And if that's the case, I'm taking Louisville.
Of course you are.
I'm taking Louisville, but I definitely would have to see what they look like playing us. And then I could compare them and y'all, how we played both of y'all. And I can say, this team is stronger, that team is stronger. But no team play each other the same anyway, so it still would be up in the air. Because you're probably not going to play Miami the same way you play Louisville if you play them in the ACC championship. Man, that's going to be crazy. Like I said, you guys are doing pretty well for yourself. You're 9-0 undefeated. You're in the playoff talks. I just think Miami's just ready to spoil. And we already know how these rivalry games come down.
Yeah, I heard that last.
It don't really matter the records.
I heard that last year too.
I mean, we could all look at last year and say definitively that Florida State was going to win that game.
Y'all was saying the same thing.
Miami has given up ever since that Middle Tennessee game, which was the fourth game of the season. After that, everybody came in there and had their way. Duke came in there, Pitt came in there, y'all came in there. So it's like we was getting dropped 45 on by everybody. So it's not like it was a secret that you guys were going to win that game.
How many points do y'all need to win this game?
I want to say my score prediction is 28-24 Miami.
So you think you're going to hold us to 24 points?
Yes.
With all of our weapons?
Yes.
FSU has.
I don't think I'm gonna say this.
One time as Florida State hit 30 points.
I want to say this. I don't want to wish no injury on nobody, but I don't think Johnny Wilson's going to play that whole game. I don't think so. I think he'll come out there, maybe take a hit or two, and then he's going to have to get up out of there.
Unless you're talking about him having another concussion, I don't see that. But
so from what I've seen with the concussion, I say that because of this. When I watch Cam play coming off of he rested a couple games and came back in. He never seemed the same. Now he's getting back in the groove now, but that first couple games he was never the same. He wasn't the same, and he actually almost when he got injured again, I thought he was done for. but he came back in that game. But it was similar to how he had got the concussion before. So if Johnny Wilson comes in that game, he might want to play it because it's a rivalry game and the hype and everything. But those concussions ain't nothing to play with.
No, I agree with you.
So at the end of the day, I don't know if he makes it through that game. If he comes out and he goes out, Miami's got one less weapon to worry about. And now you guys gonna have to depend on the tight ends a lot more.
I mean, Jordan Travis threw for 360 last week without both of those receivers.
But that was Pitt's defense. That ain't Miami's defense.
Okay, that's still a guy you gotta account for other players. I mean, it's not like we just two receivers and nobody else.
That's what I'm saying. Miami can defend those other people.
You think so?
Pitt, I don't think Pitt has the caliber of players to do so, and not for long. Like I said, with Miami's defense, it's because our offense ain't doing shit.
Okay.
Our defense get tired because our offense ain't doing shit.
I think if you counting on an injury, that tells me where.
No. I'm not counting on it. I don't want it to happen. I want him to play the whole game now.
No, I don't want you to. I'm not saying that you're saying that he's like gonna get hurt or you wishing for him, but the fact that you're saying like you don't think Johnny can play a whole game, bro, y'all not gonna score 28 points.
I'm seeing 28.
What
points.
way do you?
We gonna win this thing 28-24.
How? You just scored 6 points last week. Took you overtime to get 20 plus points against Virginia. Took you 2 overtimes to get 20 plus points against Clemson.
I don't think those players are gonna play y'all the same way that they play those rest of the team. At this point of the season, Florida State is Miami's Super Bowl. At this point of the season, we're not going to no ACC championship. Our biggest game is to spoil y'all.
Well, first of all, we're your Super Bowl every year.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah. 2020 was definitely not a Super Bowl. We played y'all
like Super Bowl
the third game. The third game of the season. That was not even a contest.
That was, you know how I know that was y'all Super Bowl even then? Because y'all still talk about it 3 years later. So yes, every year.
Every time we play y'all, every time we run into y'all, this is a rivalry, so we gonna talk about it.
Every year.
I mean, outside of y'all though, and other fan base, we're not gonna talk about it. But every time a Miami fan and a Florida State fan get together, that game is always going to be brought up. Last year, 2 years from now, y'all still going to be talking about 45-3.
No, we're not, because you're just going to talk about this year.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are. We're just going to talk about this year.
Not. If this is a close game, y'all going to revert right back to 45-3.
Nah, we're just talking about this
I don't even hear nothing about 4-14 no more.
Yeah, because
this game has a larger margin.
No, because we move on to the next year. So we don't.
When we was beating y'all for them 4 straight years, what did I hear? Y'all ain't do it in 7 years. We did. Y'all went back all to the 7 games.
I can't speak on that. I can speak on what's going on right now.
That's what I'm saying. This is how this fan base works. If we beat y'all this year, y'all still gonna be talking about 45-3, just the same as mine.
We're gonna talk about this Saturday.
Right. If we beat y'all this Saturday, y'all ain't gonna be talking about this.
No, if we
y'all gonna be going back every time we go. And we beat y'all 45-3.
Honestly, I honestly no.
You might not.
No,
you might not, but they will.
But
oh man, Brandon with the $2 donation.
Shout out to Brandon, man. What's going on?
He said, seriously, what the F is Miami even playing for? Spoiler alert.
To try to make a better bowl game. That's what they're trying to do.
That too. We're going to try to make a better bowl game. It's finish strong. And spoil y'all season. Right now, y'all are in the playoff talks. If Miami beat y'all, you guys will not hear the end of it. You will not hear the end of it. Oh, them boys thought they were going to the playoffs.
I mean, that's true. I won't. Of course, y'all gonna brag about that. Y'all have a whole
look
year
at all the
4th
and 14s and all that stuff. When all y'all had to do was beat us, and you probably would have won the championship. You heard of it for the last 30 years. So if we spoil y'all season when y'all are literally number 4 in the playoff rankings, you're gonna hear about it. But y'all could actually make the playoffs. And we'll still be like, oh, who's that one loss on their schedule, though? Who's that one team that beat them, though?
I just don't see
That's
how
gonna be it.
That 28-24 That's a hell of a prediction.
That's my prediction. It ain't too outlandish.
It's kind of outlandish.
Tyler Van Dyke kind of humbled me a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say. He kind of humbled me a little bit because if we was clicking and he hadn't made all them turnovers, we possibly would be like 8-1 right now. We probably still would have lost to North Carolina. But those other games that he cost all them turnovers, the Georgia Tech game, that should have been a win. Take the knee, we won. We what now? 7-2. Who else the other loss? NC State. Don't throw the turnovers. That game was close until he kept throwing turnovers. Yeah, we lost that game. We would have won that game.
I got a problem with y'all Miami fans. Why y'all keep throwing TV? Stop throwing TVD under the bus.
But TVD is the main factor.
But your coach keep putting them out there.
Quick $10 donation from GF. He said all of a sudden TVD is going to play like Dan Marino, and I guess apparently, hold on.
That's the only hope. All of a sudden, TVD is going to play like Dan Marino, and I guess apparently they have the 85 Bear defense, and somehow they're going to score 28 points. He's drunk, high. I don't know what T2I got going on over there. I know he's yelling at them babies again, so that might be frustrating him a little bit. So his equilibrium's a little off. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but appreciate that. Don't know, Jeff.
Yeah, I think TVD. I don't know where all of a sudden this. Let me throw a pick. Let me lose all confidence. I don't know where it came from. All of a sudden, I don't know. It's like my girlfriend probably broke up with him or something. I don't know. Because my guy went from the first 4 games, no mistakes. And it's not like Georgia Tech is this world beater. I just don't get it. And if you look at the interceptions that he thrown,
they're bad.
Ill-advised. They're not like the DBs made big plays on them.
No, he's throwing some bad ones.
Exactly. It's not like,
my problem is
50-50 ball.
Yes, TVD's not playing well. My problem is y'all keep putting them out there.
That's my problem too. I see they don't like they probably feel like he gives us the best chance to win. At this point, nobody sees it. And watching the game, watch those last 2 games, they are scared to pass the ball. So that could tell you they lost all confidence in them.
But y'all finna score 28 points.
We're going to score 28
Well,
points.
I hope there's a couple picks. It's going to be a couple pick sixes.
Defense is going to cause some turnovers.
Or y'all going to take a kickoff back or something. That's what's going to have to happen if y'all scoring 28.
I think what you guys need to prepare for, too, is Brashard Smith. But they're definitely going to utilize him a lot more.
Well, I'm
kind of watch how what's his name, Concierge or Concepcion, how he was playing against NC State. I think you're going to see a lot of that from Brashard Smith moving forward.
Y'all finna steal from NC State's bag because it worked on y'all.
We should have. We got plays and packages for him. They just haven't been doing it.
Whose fault is that?
To be honest, I'm gonna say this. I think Mario is sticking his hands inside of that OC's cookie jar. I think he's going in there and micromanaging. Because if you, a buddy of mine told me, go back and watch the Oregon games, and watch how their offense was being run there, and then watch Miami for the last 5 games. Mario is dictating. Allegedly.
So Mario is handcuffing his offensive coordinator.
Allegedly.
So is it possible that Mario's handcuffing Gaddis?
Nah. Gaddis was just
y'all just think Gaddis trash. Okay.
Gaddis was just trash.
Okay. I'm curious.
Plain and simple. I mean, look at Dan Enos. He went all over the place, and he just got fired from Arkansas because Arkansas offense couldn't do nothing. And then they went out and beat Florida right after they fired him. They was able to put up 36 points on Florida. Dan Enos couldn't even crack the 20s.
I just have a hard time. Look, I mean, we'll see what happens. You realize FSU held LSU to 17 points.
I see what you're saying.
I don't count the last touchdown because that was against the third.
I see what you're saying, but I think if you guys play LSU now, you wouldn't hold them to less than 24 points.
You don't think so?
Nah, the way their offense has been clicking lately. I mean, granted, they lost to Alabama. They still put up 28 on Bama. Mm-hmm. I don't think you would hold them to the amount of points you did in that first game. Their offense is probably like what, number one in the country.
Oh no, they have a great offense. Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of teams changed throughout the season. Look at Alabama.
Slim said
Alabama lost to Texas, struggled against USF, and right now they're like top of the notch. They're probably going to play for the SEC championship. And I would actually take Alabama over Georgia.
Oh, me too. I'm picking that. That's right, Sarge. Bama over Georgia, roll tide. Slim said your feelings hurt, though.
How is my feelings hurt? What is my feelings hurt for? Okay, so Slim want to make excuses for Tyler Van Dyke.
Of all people, he's making excuses for TVD.
For TVD.
There's no excuse for TVD's play.
He says 50% of the blame goes to Tyler Van Dyke. So is it the offensive coordinator's fault? Is it the offensive line? Because they're giving them plenty of time. Is it the receiver's fault that he's throwing it into triple coverage?
80% of the TVD gets 80% of the blame.
Whose fault is that?
TVD gets 80% of the blame.
Bro.
The other 10% goes to the coaching staff.
I give TVD 95% of the blame. I mean, let's be honest. How many quarterbacks do you watch receivers all day? He's been watching Restrepo all year. Dabo even called him out. Oh, man, that number 7, they like to force feed him the ball. They'll do anything to get him the ball. It's plain and simple. If we can see it as fans, you think the coaches and defensive coordinators don't see it? But we want to blame everybody but TVD. TVD he's done. He's done.
But he's finna go to Tallahassee and score 28?
No, he's not. Not him.
Okay. So
I'm telling you what they expect from TVD. If you guys go out there and play man, he's going to take shots. If you play zone, he's going to do check downs all day. That's what you're going to have to expect. Check downs, shots, Restrepo across the middle. Those are what you're going to expect from TVD. If you guys are running zone, that's what you're going to get from him. Now, go out there and run man if you want to. He'll seem like a good quarterback if y'all run man. Because he can't read zone. And Miami fans don't want to admit the man can't read zone.
So are you going to score 28 points in the first half?
We're going to score 28 points in the entire game.
Are you aware that FSU pitches shut? Go check the stats. FSU is giving up.
We don't care nothing about them stats.
FSU is giving up 1 second half touchdown all year.
We don't care nothing about them stats.
Excuse me, too.
This is rivalry week. We don't care nothing about them stats.
Well,
when Miami came into Tallahassee last time, we was so much better than y'all, and we left with a loss 4-14.
Well, y'all weren't that. Y'all weren't. Yeah, first of all, y'all weren't that good of a team. Y'all were a better record than us.
We had a better record. Y'all had lost to JSU, all that stuff. Y'all was struggling in your games. Even the wins that you had that year, y'all was struggling. Y'all ended the season at what, 5-7?
That's the same year y'all lost to Michigan State, right?
No.
It's not?
Nah.
Y'all was only like a 7 win year. Y'all was only like a 7-win team that year, is my point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We was on a way better trajectory than y'all.
FSU was
FSU
and Miami were a lot closer.
We was favored in every position against y'all.
No, you weren't, because you didn't have nobody on that team like Jermaine Johnson, and that's y'all couldn't block him.
Except for Jermaine Johnson. Outside of Jermaine Johnson, we was in every department better than y'all. On paper. And y'all still won that game. So this is a rivalry game. Anything happen.
Because Mike Norvell coached that game.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Discredit that 52-10.
Did Mike coach that game?
Mike was on the sideline on the tablet.
Did Mike?
He was calling plays off a tablet.
Mike ain't coached that game, is all I'm saying.
He was calling plays off a tablet.
Mike Norvell don't know what it's like to lose to Miami. That's all I'm saying.
Man, he was calling plays off a tablet.
And Jordan Travis don't know what it's like to lose to Miami as a starter. So
I mean, if Mike Norvell ain't there, what does that say about your defensive coordinator and your offensive coordinator? And they're both still there now.
No. Our offensive coordinator is actually the head coach at Arizona State right now. That was the offensive coordinator in that game. That was Dillingham.
I thought it was Atkins.
Nope. Atkins didn't become OC till last year.
Okay, so that's why Dillingham hate us so much. That's why he went to Arizona State talking all that trash.
Plus, he pulled y'all quarterback. So, well, it was
Florida's
y'all's quarterback,
and
then it was Florida's quarterback. So, whoever.
He was Florida's quarterback. They pulled his quarterback. He didn't take him from us. He signed a letter of intent at Florida and then backed out of it. So, definitely wasn't our quarterback. Our quarterback was Emory Williams, which actually y'all was heavily on Emory until you got brought the flip from Ohio.
Yeah, they was recruiting Emory.
Yeah, he probably would have been a Seminole had you guys not flipped Brock.
But now he's a Cane, and I hope he starts.
I just need y'all to know.
I hope he starts because that's gonna be nice.
I just need y'all to know this game ain't what y'all think it's gonna be. Y'all just expecting a win, blowout. It's gonna be like last year. No, it's not.
No. It's gonna be a hard first half.
And God forbid Tyler Van Dyke comes out there and just finds this Tyler Van Dyke that was in the first 4 games. I don't believe it'll happen, by the way. But God forbid that happen. And we really don't have a
when
game.
He was playing Bethune and he was playing Miami of Ohio. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but with me, my biggest concern is not even Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson. It's y'all tight ends. Because when we lock down those two, if we lock them down on certain plays, your tight end could still, make a play.
I don't know if y'all can.
That's what I've noticed from you guys this year. You guys actually utilize all 3 of your tight ends.
Oh, FSU runs a bunch of 2 tight end sets. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's going to be our issue.
And that's what I'm telling you about, like, this whole Ruben Bain thing. He's not just going to get a bunch of one-on-one looks.
I know. Y'all going to double him.
Okay, so y'all putting all this pressure on this freshman.
No. I'm not putting no pressure on him like that. I'm not expecting him to go out there and get 4 sacks and all that. A lot of people are saying, oh, he's going to go out there and do that. I'm not putting that on him. I'm just saying as long as he can get in the backfield and disrupt, cost Travis to roll out and make plays throwing, make plays on the run, which, like I said, he's done pretty decent this year doing that. But if we can make him do that, that's great. Other than sitting in the pocket and just picking off Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson or the tight ends, that we're in a better position if we make him make throws on the run.
I mean, I wanna give y'all some hope. I just don't see it.
Trust me, you ain't gotta give
I just don't see it. I'm trying to get y'all some hope.
I'm telling you, 4th and 14. I didn't see it until it happened.
The best thing I can say is I think the first half would be close. I think the first half score would be something like 17-14, something like that.
And it's a nice day too.
And then you will not score another point in that game come the second half.
I don't know why, but y'all was at 14.5. It went down to 14. Weather is going to be 67 degrees, so not cold or anything. Plus, it's a 3:30 game. Might get a little bit chilly in the afternoon. The game probably be over around maybe 7-ish.
Yeah, I'll be out there. So
yeah. Shame on Tallahassee. I want to throw some shame on Tallahassee real quick.
Oh God, here we go.
Listen, the holidays in the Motel 6. Ain't no way in hell those hotels should be costing $400 or $500 a night.
Hey, the hotel prices are crazy.
Ain't no way. A flight. See, when they said this was 3:30, I thought about taking a flight to Tallahassee, do a round trip. Since the game is at 3:30, go watch the game and come back that same night. And skip the hotel prices, all that, because that's ridiculous. But no, the flights from here to there is like $1,000. I'm like, what is going on in Tallahassee, man? Y'all are literally using us.
Y'all are really lucky that it's not a primetime game.
Y'all are really using us right now. The game, I think nosebleed, last time I seen it, I don't know if they changed the prices, but a nosebleed was like $300.
I mean, that's what happens when you play big games.
I'm like, what in the world?
I know the hard rock. I know the hard rock. Y'all don't really know a lot about charging a lot of prices for tickets. I get it, y'all. I get all that.
Y'all are price gouging.
But people actually want to come watch Florida State
y'all
football.
doing y'all fans a huge disservice.
So you got to play. You got to pay.
That'll end. Shame on y'all.
Yeah, and FAMU has a home game too. So Tallahassee finna be lit this weekend. We out here. Again, if y'all see me,
nobody's really gonna come to watch FAM. Who FAM playing?
I actually don't know. But I do know they got a home game.
I know. Yeah, I mean, is it homecoming for them?
I don't know.
Man, shoot. Go to the Florida State game, but go to the FAM parties. Because y'all already know how it gets at FAM. Well,
yeah, like no $5 tickets here, bro. I'm sorry.
So what's your score prediction on this? I think I watched your video earlier. I don't believe you. I don't believe you believe that.
Absolutely, I believe that.
Ain't no way.
What did I say? 34-17, yeah.
That ain't happening.
And I struggled to find 17 points for y'all.
I struggle to see how y'all get to 34. I see
30.
24 in y'all future.
We don't not score 30. Like 30 points is what we do. So
y'all about to learn.
That's easy work.
Y'all about to learn about this Miami defense. As long as this offense. Now I'm gonna say this: if this offense is clicking, we extend a couple drives, not just 3 and outs.
Listen, didn't Klubnik
and you guys win this game?
I think threw for like 300 on y'all.
You could possibly get to like 31. I could see it. If you guys win this game, you'll definitely have to get up in the 30s. But if it's a slugfest back and forth, I could see us winning this 28-24.
Bro, you're not holding us to 24.
28-24, man.
Keon's gonna play. Johnny's gonna play.
You guys haven't seen Johnny in so long. Y'all don't know what y'all gonna get.
Johnny gonna be all right.
And no, he's not just gonna get open.
That's what he's only good because he gets open. Remember,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's only good because he gets open. But yeah, I got 34-17. And
man, I got some fun stuff though. I've been doing a lot of trolling this week. I've been doing a lot of trolling on Twitter. Been making a lot of AI stuff. Imagine AI was out back in 2013 when y'all won and shit. Oh my God. Y'all would have been unbearable.
Yeah, I don't know if Hakeem's will be back or not. But that's another receiver they got to worry about. Even though what is this garbage? This garbage goes to screen.
That's some of the stuff I've been using AI to make. I love AI because now I ain't got to sit there and make edits no more. Now when I troll, it's nice and simple. There's a lot of Florida State fans been benchmarking a lot of stuff. I actually got attacked by one of y'all fans this morning. One of the girls, she was like, "Oh, you just gonna post all this stuff and delete it?" And I'm like, "Delete what? Go back to my profile and look at if I deleted anything. I've been predicting y'all to lose game, picking everybody except y'all, and I've been wrong. But I don't delete nothing.
You'll be wrong again this weekend.
Because I know I'm playing chess. A lot of people on Twitter are just playing checkers. I know those stuff is gonna get the reaction that I need to actually push the impression. Right now, I'm almost at 2 million impressions. Within the next 28 days, if I could get another 3 million, I'll be monetized on Twitter. See, that's what they don't figure out.
3 million's a lot, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this on such a frequent base. I'll be dropping tweets that's been getting, 60, 70,000 and stuff like that. And it's just been building. Because a lot of people react to those things. And a lot of the fans, I don't reply to them unless they say something outlandish or if they got a huge amount of followers behind them where I'm like, okay, he might be saying something stupid, but I'm going to react to him because his followers will see it and then it'll blow it up. But I've been posting a lot of memes, man. A lot of AI.
But that's not gonna. It's not gonna help the team.
It ain't gonna help the team, but it's gonna definitely help me.
As long as we know that. In your heart of hearts, you really think y'all got a chance to win this game?
Oh, definitely.
I actually kind of like that one.
You won't like the caption that I put though. Miami's gonna go up there and strong arm these boys out of the playoffs.
What is on the side of that helmet though? That is not as. What is that? A feather?
They're not gonna use your guys.
That's terrible.
You know,
what is that?
They're not gonna use exactly your
what are they using the U?
If you look at the U, it's kind of short. The green is shorter than the orange. But with AI, Miami can't copyright them because AI don't never generate the same photo or exact or whatever. If you look at it, if you zoom in on some of them, they're not exactly the. Look at this. It's like it don't even say ACC.
I see that. I was like, I thought that said SEC.
So when they make them, they make it to where they can't be copyrighted.
It looked like SEC.
Now I could go and do the extra, and I could erase this, and I could put the real feather on them, but I ain't got time for that. Because when people look at this, they're gonna say that's Florida State.
Do you know the last time an unranked team in this rivalry beat a top 10 team?
This weekend. This weekend. It's a first time for everything.
It's been over 40 years since that's happened.
See, and this one got them even more. I posted that one. I was like, when we beating the brakes off y'all by halftime, we'll let some of our ladies get in.
Why she got to try that though?
It was supposed to be y'all spare.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
With AI, it's a hit or miss sometimes.
What bowl is Miami making this year? That's a good question. What bowl game y'all going to?
I don't know. It all depends on how the next 3 games go. We got y'all, Louisville, and Boston College. I think if we drop that game against y'all, we'll probably drop the one against Louisville too. And I think we'll beat Boston College.
Y'all beat Boston College based on what?
We're better than them.
Based on what?
That's it. We're just better than them. See,
based
this
on
one.
What?
This one really had the fans going.
What is this?
Because I posted this from when we beat y'all 52-10.
Why are we still talking about 52-10?
This was a score because that was the score at halftime, 38-3, and then Manny let the dogs off.
What was the score at halftime last year?
If Manny didn't let the dogs off,
what was the score at halftime last year? What was the score at halftime last year?
I don't know.
Like 30-something-3.
It wasn't the same though. It wasn't the same though. Our win was better.
No, I don't care about the past anyway.
All right,
this Saturday,
I'm gonna hold you to that, DJ. DJ Ferg, I'm gonna hold you to that. You say you're gonna cash at me 50 if we lose. All right, bet.
You see that, Matt? We over here looking at the picture book.
we gonna beat them boys. Watch. We finna spoil y'all season.
I mean, I get it. I know that's what you want to do.
Oh, speaking of FSU, shout out to that basketball player that transferred from you guys. He looked pretty good in our first game.
See, talking about basketball, y'all.
Basketball started. And not to mention to kick the week off. To kick the week off, we beat y'all 2 games straight in hockey.
Hockey. Yeah, this is over.
Baseball season coming up pretty soon.
This is over. You know how this ends, y'all. This man talking hockey and basketball. But this is Miami's biggest game of the season. And we talking hockey and basketball. This is what I'm
expecting. This is what I'm expecting when Jordan Travis think he about to do everything.
Yeah, Let him run.
Let him run. Right there. We're going to make that boy eat grass. We're going to make him eat grass.
If I was on my page, I would show you, what we do to Jakari Brown, since y'all say Jakari going to be the difference.
I've seen it plenty of times. Y'all ain't let us forget.
And I won't let you forget either.
Y'all won't let us forget. I seen y'all drag them down. Poor little Jakari. But the
you
one I
know
liked
what?
it the most. See, this is exactly what I stand on. This the one I'm leaving right there. I stand on business. That's my score prediction, and I'm sticking to it.
You standing on foolishness, but
At
you know,
30,
however,
at 37, 34-17, that ain't happening. 28-24
that's
Miami.
34-17. That's gonna be around the score.
Now, if
28
y'all
points.
beat us and we keep y'all under 30, I might consider that a loss for y'all. Since y'all been telling me y'all.
You see this? Moral. Now we're from
No, I'm saying because y'all been telling me how y'all been scoring more than 30 points on so many.
Now
people.
to moral victories. This is what now we doing.
But you couldn't score 28 on one of the worst Miami teams.
This is one of the worst. I thought
I might have to pencil in a moral victory.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh man,
It's
Ant
over.
with the $5 donation. Why is it taking so long to pop up? Okay. You should ask him if they're going to start second or third string. Huh? The last live we did, one of your FSU fans came in there and said the game y'all gonna start all y'all second and third string. You say from the beginning of the game y'all gonna start y'all second and third string. Yeah,
he was obviously just talking trash.
Yeah, I had to hit him at one of my new sound bites.
Flag on the play. Cap.
I had to hit him with that one, and this one too.
You haven't. So
he need to leave that dope alone.
It was funny because the FSU fans, they was on the panel and they was like, "Bro, what is brother talking about?" He was like, "None of us FSU fans don't believe none of that shit." He just said he just came on here and made us look stupid. And Buddy was like, he was standing on it too.
I'm sure he was.
Like that shit's crazy. I think McTavius. I think it was. Came in there talking crazy. They almost laughed that boy to death.
I don't know. James said it was funny.
You ran into any funny sound bites lately?
Not lately, no.
I got I still got the Dion one.
You're a Knoll, my friend.
No. Actually, do you know where I graduated from?
I still got the Dan Mullen one for Florida.
right now, we'll do recruiting after the season, and when it gets this recruiting time, we can talk about recruiting.
See, Dan Mullen don't coach no more, and Dion lost 5 straight games, so you don't have to be a Knoll.
And then I got, I think probably the best one of all.
Stop! Yeah, that's
man.
It's
gonna be an interesting week.
Your boy.
It's gonna be a very interesting week.
No, I mean, yeah. First half gonna be interesting, I think so.
I'm gonna say this,
like competitive, and then we'll go.
A lot of I've seen a lot of Miami fans like online on Twitter. They're like, "Why are you talking trash? They're gonna beat us, or they're looking better than us."
See that your whole fan base is defeated.
Nah, it's only a handful. It's a handful of people that don't troll or don't only like to say stuff when you win. Those kind of fans. I'm like, listen. I make a living off trolling. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm a troll. I got to give the people what they want. Half of it I do believe, though.
That's the
But it all comes with it, man.
Correct. That's the part of it.
Now, see,
when did the crack come into play?
If we go out there and we beat y'all, I look like a genius. No. If we go out there and y'all win, it was expected anyway. Because I mean, let's look at the facts here. You guys are a 14-point favorite. You're at home. You're 9-0. You're clicking, and our offense has been up and down all year. So
keep going. There's more.
Rivalry game. We go out there and win. I got material for the rest of the year. And depending on how y'all play Florida, I mean, after that, if we beat y'all, I might start pushing the narrative that Florida gonna beat y'all.
Now you a Florida fan. Here we go.
Nah, but I mean, by now I think these fans know how I operate. But what you got going on for the rest of the week?
Shoot. I'm actually supposed to do something with Coach Coop here in about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. What y'all doing live or is it
I think he just recording it and then gonna post it later. But so y'all be on the lookout.
I think that's what he's done the past couple of weeks with fans of opposing teams.
Yeah.
Well, not fans, like content creators.
Y'all be on the lookout for that when I'm gonna link up with Coach Coop here shortly. And then tomorrow, man, I'm hitting the road. And I'm hitting the road for Tallahassee. And so again, y'all in Tallahassee.
How much are you paying for the hotel or where and all that?
So I booked my hotel months in advance, so I'm not paying the crazy prices that everybody is paying now. So for a few nights we pay, I forget, $300 or $400. It's going like $300 or $400 a night right now.
I'm gonna say this kind of low. I've been doing some flirting with some FSU fans. I kind of could have stayed at somebody's house. I just don't trust doing it.
This man is wildin'.
I just don't trust it, bro.
Your woman don't watch your YouTube channel?
Nah, she ain't into sports. But I could definitely go up to FSU. I could definitely go up to FSU right now and clap some cheeks.
This man is he's putting himself out there on the internet, man. That's
tough. Allegedly.
None of my business.
Bro, this internet stuff is amazing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. This internet. Going to Miami, I feel like a celebrity when I'm there. And it's starting to leak into Palm Beach and around the area. I'll be at work and people be coming on Hammer Gang and shit. It kind of gets scary sometimes though. Because it'd be like randoms out of nowhere. But I'll tell you, that conversation done.
So yeah, that's what we got. That's what I got going on for the rest of the week. I don't even know if Saturday, depending on what I got going on Saturday night, I'm gonna do anything after the game.
For the fans, I might not post it on YouTube, but I'll definitely post it on Twitter. But I got like 3 FSU chicks. They huge FSU fans. I'll bet them that if Miami win, they got to put on Miami Hurricane, female cheerleading outfits, and they got to twerk. So y'all might see some explicit content on Twitter. Definitely can't post it on YouTube.
Here we go.
And the bet that I made with FSU fans this year, if Miami lose this game, I'm gonna have to show up to all of the Miami Hurricane home games next year wearing FSU gear. So hopefully we win this game because, boy.
Well, you can get that score off of the screen because that's not going to happen.
That's definitely going to happen.
That's
I definitely don't want to show up to our games wearing y'all stuff. I might have to go down there with that dude, Daniel Delight. That dude, because he show up to all the Miami games wearing all the FSU stuff. I might have to hang out with him.
Hey, Damien make a good point, bro. I haven't seen some of them strippers, y'all. I've seen some of the girls y'all have.
I ain't talking about no stripper. I'm talking about y'all girls. I'm
talking about some of them girls you be talking about. I haven't seen some of the caliber of females y'all have at these Miami games. I don't know, bro.
It ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. If you go to a Miami tailgate, every single lot, there's like hundreds of strippers out there passing out flyers. Because they know after the game, people going to go somewhere. I've seen Tootsies. I've seen, other strip clubs and all that. They've been passing out flyers. Me and CJ was at the Georgia Tech game. They handed me a flyer. I handed it to CJ. I was like, I don't want this shit. What the hell I'm going to do? That's tough. But it's some decent ones out there, and it's some foot draggers. But I know the video y'all talking about. Y'all talking about the one X had a whole stripper in his tent. Like, I mean, you know, to each his own.
Y'all boys gonna have fleas.
To each its own, man. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get the Malayas of the world to come to your tailgate.
But you know, man, at the end of the day, this is gonna be another nice victory as FSU makes their way to the playoffs in Houston. And you know, Miami will be talking about whether Mario's the guy or not.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
It's a uphill battle or downhill battle, one on. But if Miami go up there and get blown out, you can almost look out for the crystal ball criticisms.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and especially if TVD go out there and stink it up and they don't pull them, it's definitely gonna be a whole crazy. Okay.
Yep, gotta yell at them babies again. I hear you. And I hear you. As you can see, y'all, I mean, we won.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up. They're getting rowdy.
Yep.
Oh, man. I'll definitely be on the lookout for you and Coops. I know Coop get crazy with his content, so that's going to be interesting to see how he come at you.
Yeah, I like that.
What angle he takes.
I don't know what to expect, so I'm about to be ready for Coach Coop.
Did you see him, I think he had a neighbor that had a FSU flag or something?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you sliding through.
34-17.
28-24. Y'all can see it on the screen. Women lie, men lie. These numbers on the screen ain't gonna lie though.
That's a damn.
Oh man, Corey in the building. Shout out to Corey. All right, y'all, take it easy, man. Knowles and Canes, y'all go to the game. Y'all be safe. Y'all don't be out there fighting, trying to kill each other. If Miami win, let us leave safely. And all that good stuff. And if I was going to Tallahassee, I probably would, after the game, ride out of the stadium on Renegade. But all right, y'all, be easy.
All right, man.